think we are now live. I hope we are now live. Right. Yes, I believe we are now live. Yeah, we are. Mic is not. Reading is muted. Let's put that in here. I have got the scenario ready today, so we're not waiting around for that. Yes, we've got LSL 37s today. In fact, we are triple heading. So at the front we've got 6-8, I believe. Oh, I hate sneezing. I really do hate sneezing. Right, so just waiting for the scenario to actually load, which could take anywhere near 4 decades to do so. I know it has. Brill. I'll unblank the screen, pop on the desktop audio. Anyways, hello Nicola. Because you mentioned me to say that in WhatsApp, so yeah. Right. Yes, hello Nicola. We are cleared all the way through, straight off. So TRA off. In fact, I'm actually going to set the GSMR. Now, this is not a real rail tour. This is one I've just purely made up. So we've got 37688 Great Rocks, 37517, no, 521. Then we've got 667 Flopsy, 12 Mark 3s, and also 56113, bringing up the rear of the consist for electrical matters. Well, not really needed for electricals. Gonna set the GSMR. Zulus, we're a rail tour. Go on Zulu 46. And our starting signal all the way down here is Echo 56, so 056. Boom. Right then. As soon as that pops in, there you go. We can see our signal down there, and it is clear, so TRA off. Which I like, because this is one of the few 37s in train sim to still have the DRA with it. Get a good external view. I'm going to put clag factor on max and motor factor on max. So I am likely to regret this. Oh, just clicked off the game by accident. See, what's exciting is all 3 37s are producing traction power, so this is going to be good. Yeah, 30 miles per hour already. We haven't even done a full set length. And the 56 as well, for good measure. Seneca taking another request from me messaging me on WhatsApp. Adios. I suppose, Nicola. Probably see you next week some point. If not, over the weekend. Anyways, we're on platform 4. My controller's going off in the background. Probably going to try to do a stop here. But I'm aware with all of this we're not exactly going to fit at many platforms. In fact, we might not even fit on here at Exeter, considering we've got 4 locos and 12 coaches. Really, 2 locos and 12 coaches already would be hard enough to fit, but add on an extra 2 locos, yeah, it's pushing it. Yeah, we are not going to fit here. We really will not. One of the milk bottles for a missing asset. Don't really know what assets I'm missing. I'll try pull up to really just the end of the platform. But it's sort of alright if we leave the 56 off. But I really should have done double-headed top and tails. Sort of locos, 2 locos on either end. Not 3 on the front, not 3 on the front, but yeah, not 3 on the front, 1 on the back. It's a lot harder to fathom than it should be. Just come up to the end platform. Stop there. Good. And unlock the doors. That could be a nice screenshot. Although that is really not accurate for a dot matrix, given that it is preset textures, so yeah, we might go down to Plymouth. Certainly the early start aids very well with it. I did shift into neutral. So when I'm happy that the brakes are off, which they are, going to release the straight air and go. Yeah, this thing's just a mini rocket at this point. It's really lagging when I turn back here because of the 56 on the back. For some reason, really is a laggy loco. I have to look past it. Yeah, it's fine, but just looking at the grid, it's not nice on the PC. It's good. I got to have the window open to have a good sound of the 37. In fact, I might as well increase the game audio a little bit, because the sound of this is Amazing. Yeah, waking up Devon. I think I set the scenario start to be at like 5 in the morning. Hence why I've got an absolutely lovely sunrise over Exeter. My speed is plateauing a little bit now. But there goes the sound of the absolutely lovely Paxman Valenta engine. Of the Valenta engine that is in the 56. Sadly being replaced at the moment with the conversions for the EMDs, similar to what are in the 66s. So hope you can hear me right over other locos. Probably not, but yeah. Well, the game is starting to lag again now. Oh, that was nice. There's another aspect of sun. Nothing like a good early morning. I don't know if it's picking up on stream, but this looks really orange to me at the moment. Lovely light on the locos. Well, it could be a good screenshot to do this as well. The sunlight gradually getting more as it gets to 37,688. You always get this confused with 37,668, which I think is a West Coast Railways loco. I always get that confused, but yeah. Oh. Sometimes I just really wish I was up early in the morning, so I could maybe go get pictures like this. Sort of thing that gives inspiration for it. I just realised we might have to resort to going back to painting, given how long it would take with screenshots included. That could be nice, lighting up the gantries. Not missing anything in chat, am I? No, I don't think I am. If I am, weird. Oh, that was a good bit then. Ooh, still quite good. Lighting up the side. Yeah. Why am I just now taking random screenshots of the loco and the sun? God, the locos are... oh, they're proper growling for me. It was a mistake putting the 56 on the back, so it really started to lag the game out. good. I love a good 37. Don't really need train length. Don't really need it. Luckily we are predicted straight over through platform 2. And the game immediately wants to send us down towards Plymouth. Down the dumb banks. Should be no problem for the 37s. Really should be no problem. In fact, at Newton I might take off the 56 because it might be lagging my game up quite a bit. Probably could have done that at Exeter really while we were stopped. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Good time for the whistle board. I'm actually going to lower game audio a little bit because on OBS that's recording is coming very close in terms of volume. Yeah. That's putting us quite low. Trying to find a compromise with this is intriguing to say the least. Might have found a compromise there. Just barely. Just barely. Anyways, we are approaching 85. Blimey, these things are quick. Blimey, they are quick indeed. The pure acceleration of these is just mind-blowing. Let's get a Morpeth board for the upcoming 75. It's going to idle power now. And the speed is starting to decrease. We'll give it a little bit of braking assist though. Can now release the brakes. So if that start to equal out. Now approaching Starcross. Starcross. This should hopefully be a good... Ooh. That is a good screenshot. In the sun, reflected with the water. I want to be on this platform. Maybe that'd be a good shot. All the way down. It's back to the platform. power behind these is amazing. Oh. I've got Control A does my AWS. Although I can drive without AWS, it seems. Wow. It's perfectly willing now to let me drive without AWS on. I'll turn it back on though. Gonna idle. Got a 70 down into Langston Rock. Right. It's a big good shot coming into Langston. Speed's now back under control. Our tail lights have gone off. Why did that sound so weird when I said that? But yeah, our tail lights have turned off. I can't even speak English today. Blimey. Lovely halogen signal. Signal Delta Mike 206. As we come absolutely powering through. Along the new seawall section. So yeah, for the most part this is LSL stock, so yeah. Feel like the only thing that's not LSL in this is 56113, is it? I think it is. Can't remember what I put on it now. But yeah, I said that will be no longer on the set soon. Yeah, that will come off the consist at Newton. Because it is starting to lag the game out a little bit. But yeah. God, just seeing it snake around. This isn't one where I can fly through the tunnels. That's a shame. Oh god. Oh god, right. I have a feeling that AWS for that 60 Morpeth is far too late. Because I don't really feel like you'd have enough time to cancel the AWS and see the board. But yeah. 10th spray point. But I was thinking of doing an all class 56 store. I'm really glad I didn't. Because this is a good spot. I was spotting here, I think, last weekend. No, not last weekend, I think it was the weekend before that. Yes, it would have been the weekend before. On the Saturday, I believe. And yeah, it's a really good spot because they just fly through that corner. I want to get a good screenshot of that big sign. Missed a good screenshot, but should be able to get a good panning shot of it flying around in a minute. So cool. Good signals. I think a couple of these. That one's definitely been replaced with LEDs instead of halogens. That's definitely been replaced. YouTube, please stop giving me notifications about how something's going wrong again. The sun over the 37's is putting in a bit of power. Shaping all the way up. Anyways, hello Oscar the Train Spotter. Good to see you around this evening. Yeah, I'm not bad, thanks Oscar. Yourself? To be honest, I've had a pretty interesting week, but I won't go into too much detail about that. But yeah, anyways, tonight is LSL 37s. Although we have got a Colas Roll 56 on the back, but that is lagging my game out, so probably take that off later. This set's got some proper speed. It's about hitting 80. 80 with all locos being powered. So yeah. The numbers are 37s, Oscar. So we are running 37688 Great Rocks, 37521, and 37667 Flopsy. With 12 Mark 3s, and bringing up the rear is 113. However, this is causing slight lag, so this will come off the consist. Plus, it sort of doesn't fit in with the whole idea of an LSL consist. It is very much out of place. Why is there grid lines on my game for me? I don't think they're showing up on stream. If they are, they're probably very faint. Oh, where's the night, Oscar? I really do not know. I'm probably going to do a non-stop down to Plymouth. Maybe. But we have got to go take the 56 off in a minute. Just in a minute in Hackney. So that can go into... Actually, I might... thinking of doing something very stupid, which is decoupling the 56 on the move, which will derail the set. It'll be very stupid to do that. It's down to the limit in time. 56 isn't too bad while idle, it's just when it's powered. Very much up close to the 37s. Not quite, but... Cool, it must be a sight to see these though. Must really be a sight to see this. Because if this was to run a tour in real life, there'd be no missing this. For me, no missing it at all. I really should have taken the opportunity and taken the 56 off at Exeter, but we have got no braking force. Going to pop in a little bit just to try actually stop. There's King Statham Racecourse in the background. That can make a nice screenshot. But yeah, I think people call this Newton Abbot Racecourse, King Statham Racecourse. It's pretty much the same thing, because, I mean, it is two towns, Newton and King Statham. But yeah. Not entirely accurate for King Statham, but yeah, I suppose. I can't remember if there's actually a bridge here or not. I don't think there is. Hang on. Yeah, Oscar, I have... Yeah, I'm aware sort of that they are, they're getting... Well, I think 37s have been repainted at the moment is 800 and 611 if I'm correct. And I think 611 has also had its engine work done. But yeah, it is a shame to see the Rel Phoenix one go. That is quite a nice livery. Oh, he's really cooling around that corner in a minute. Yeah, cooling around the corner a lot more than I would be. I know some drivers can take this corner at like 40 or something and do really, really, really harsh braking in. this isn't too irregular, really. Yes, time to just propel this to the sidings. Just so it doesn't block the main line when we come back into the station. I mean, ordinarily this would be done in the station, but why not? Actually, the 56 doesn't seem to be too laggy now, for some really weird reason. But I will still propel this to the siding, because it does not work with the consist. Could give a little bit of lovely Paxman thrash. Anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna stop the set. Stop the loco now. Have it on both tails if I can. Ah. Good old Eddie Breast sound in it as well. Anyways, now we've had a bit of 56 thrash, back to 37688 to continue the tour. Why have my lights reset themselves? I like how these have a slightly weaker tone horn. I suppose both are pretty much the same thing. Yeah, a bit of a weaker horn than 56, which is quite sharp. But like how the engines in these are anything but quiet. Really anything but quiet. Anyways, now we are running a full LSL set. Indeed it would, Oscar. Indeed it would be possible for me to raise game audio a bit. Is that alright for game audio? Or do you want it a bit higher or a bit lower? I was sort of wondering with game audio if that was alright, because I've been fiddling around with it a little bit earlier on in the stream. Alright, cool. Let's go. He's now preparing to take on the Devon Banks. A bit that's notorious for being quite ungenerous to locos. Steam is by far the worst affected. Diesel is... it still does lose speed, but it can be seen as a lot more powerful for this. It's a lot more suited as diesel. That's why, yeah, this was one of the main sections that had the atmospheric system used on it, I think. Although it didn't really work. Like how the 37s are still just about audible for me. From this distance away. Yeah, it must be a pretty cold morning for summer, because the locos seem to have a lot of dynamic exhaust, unless this is purely because I put clag factor up to 10. But there is probably a lot more clag now than probably normal. I'm going to pop back into the cab. Wow, that's a lot of torque body roll. Well, body roll in general, really. I'm going to leave the cab door open just for a bit of extra audio, and because it's not typically uncommon to see that happening anyway. Now as we reach the crest, we pass through Dayton Tunnel. A lot of flies on the window. But yes, we now go through Dayton Tunnel before heading down. Before heading down Rattery. So yeah, I'm just going to cut power to loco considering we're now going down Rattery Bank. This is, I think, a slightly steeper bank than Dayton. Hard to maintain the speed on this though, given it's a bit jolty almost, because if you slow down too much, got to take all the brakes off, then for overspeed have to put the brakes back on, so it's a bit of a jolty bit of this. Although if I put it into 40 it seems to do actually quite well holding. Brakes off, because we're now at 47. limit, I believe it's still 55. Yeah, it is, but we start to level out in a minute. Before going down and descending again into Thirtieth, where we can accelerate back out. I'm going about 45 minutes by the look of it. So I think I probably will take this all the way through to Plymouth. It is routing us not all the way through down fast. There we go. That's the down main now. Which I suppose is sort of the down fast in its own way. Thirtieth Riverside, where we've been a lot of times. Buckfastleigh, not as much. Both really good stations to spot, really. Thirtieth more so from the main line. Favourite livery of the 37 is a really difficult one for me to answer. Personally, I think the Euro Phoenix looks really, really, really cool. However, the new one looks a little bit weird, but also looks like it does suit the locos. If I had to pick one though, it'd probably be BR Green, considering who doesn't love a bit of, especially 37, 517 and 521 and 667, which are on our consist. They look really good. But yeah, I'd probably have to pick between the Euro Phoenix and the and BR Green if I had to pick, which is very hard to do so. Not far from upscaling to 60, at which point we'll just completely throw the throttle open through here at Thirtieth. It's actually a pretty good place to spot, really, because you can have services flying through, and obviously in the loop platforms, but also the platforms, and Thirtieth Riverside's somewhere over there, so very well connected, really. Actually, I want to brake because I want to just throw the throttle open about here. How far away are we? Not far at all. Probably reduce down to 50. There we go. Brakes off. As soon as it comes into sight, put it into 30% and then open up a bit more. Controller's going mental over the junction points, or over the points in junction. It's about here my Ickley tone just done, so any second pop out there. There it is. The fact that I can just still hear it miles after it's gone past. Oh, it's the best sound ever. Wow. We are decreasing a lot. And I think this is Rattery up here. But it is proving a little bit of a problem for the 37s, though they are now holding speed relatively well. Still on the decrease, but it can hold. We are putting quite a bit of load though through the loco, and that will only really increase with the gradient. Yep, we're increasing again, so we're flattening out, but I think we're, yep, immediately to go back to 1 and 50. That is a ridiculous grade. Although we only have from here to here to go. And the amount of time it's taken us so far, we've gone from up here to down here. So we've done about, well, over half the journey by now. I think from Newton we had about 30 miles left, I think. I'm not sure how many miles it is, but I think it takes about an hour to do stem bank section, so it's going to take a little while, but I've got some time on my hands, so yeah. And another point, there'll be no videos this weekend, given that there are a lot of strikes at the moment. Well, not a lot of strikes, but in terms of the weekend there is strikes. There was nothing today. There is a very limited service tomorrow, and on top of that, well, Sunday is a normal schedule day, so yeah. Thirty-sevens are actually coping with the load quite well. We'll shut that door now though. So left that door open. Yeah, left the right hand side door open, I think. But yeah, a lot of services at the moment are not running. In fact, on schedule there's actually nothing at all for today. Taking all the schedules off. Tomorrow is limited, starting at 7:53 and finishing at 6:30 tomorrow night, so yeah, it's gonna be quite a large hit to our services. Though there is an empty at 7. Paynton to Exeter, unit not confirmed. But yeah, strikes really are annoying. It's a bit more than annoying, it's more infuriating, because it means, well, luckily no tours down here have been cancelled because of it, but a lot of services would have been cancelled. But I believe it's the first time they've striked for a while actually, so yeah. Yes, so there are tours that have not been cancelled today. Whether there are 2 tomorrow that have been cancelled. D009, no, D9009, no, D9009, one of its tours has been cancelled. Welsh Marshes Express has been cancelled. Wow. Heart of Wales tour cancelled altogether. Blimey. But yeah, time is really going by quick at the moment. So that, and not really working to my advantage, but yeah. So I think one thing that's not being accurately portrayed in game is the heat at the moment. It's absolutely baking in the UK. To the point where we're only, what, in like mid-May now? Summer's come far too early this year. About a month. And it is getting to the point where it's incredibly hard to work in the heat. Got up there with you, Oscar. Interesting, because down in the south it is absolutely baking. Only 12 degrees for you, Oscar. It's 16 at the moment, but over the weekend it can get up to 20 plus. It is really getting warm. Although it's not too bad considering the summer can get up to 40. But for this time of year, just not at all adapted for it. But it's not the only place to have really warm temperatures. I think Spain have set records temperatures in May, so it does just show what state the world's in at the moment. The heat is just getting unbearable. That could be a nice screenshot. Sun in the background. Yeah, global warming is, it's just taken hold completely. But not going to go too much into that because that's more political side, and it's probably not a bit. Yeah, it's probably not a bit we really want to go into at the moment. Sort of the political side, but yeah, I hate to say it. These 37s are probably one of the biggest contributors, considering they emit a lot of carbon. But it's more a pleasure sort of, sort of more a pleasure travel bit aspect. No idea exactly what to call it. But yeah, we are now approaching, not quite Ivy Bridge, but we are approaching the Ace emergency crossover, which luckily is not trying to derail me this time. Because it's done that once. Oh, I've tabbed out the game again. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, the Ace emergency crossover. Don't exactly know if these are bi-directional lines, but I suppose it works. All I know is it's going to be a good place to listen to the track joints. I've got another milk bottle. I am definitely missing a lot of assets